I want to begin this conversation by telling a brief story of a personal friend of mine who, during the election, she was undecided in terms of who to vote for president of the United States. She didn't know if she wanted to vote for John McCain and Barack Obama. And she was conflicted on both sides. She liked what she heard from Barack Obama, but she liked what she heard from John McCain. And one thing that turned her off about John McCain was the simple fact that he did not create a presence inside the city of Detroit in terms of urban outreach, in terms of reaching out to the urban community. And also she was pretty offended, and she let me know in so many words, the lack of an urban platform, which John McCain did not present, but Barack Obama presented. So she ended up going with Barack Obama. And she had, after the election, she sat down with me in church and said, Akindele, how come the Republican Party never come into the city of Detroit? How come they don't come into places where blacks and Hispanics reside? And I told her, you know, you have to understand the dynamics in politics. But understand that I went on to explain, but make a long story short, to me that's a problem. There were a lot of folks in Detroit that wanted to listen to McCain just to get a balanced viewpoint, and that balanced viewpoint wasn't there. That is a crisis. And as you saw Obama, when President Obama won, it was young people. It was, of course, the African-American vote is there, but also 69% of the Hispanic vote was there. Now, that scared me on a personal level, because if 69% of the Hispanic vote is going to the Democratic candidate, then there is a serious messaging and communication problem within our party. So I've been spending quite some time dealing with urban outreach and messaging, what I call urban conservatism. Basically, in a nutshell, urban conservatism deals with what I call human issues. Human issues such as insurance redlining, high insurances in the urban community such as Detroit, dealing with education, dealing with high crime, dealing with issues that touch people, that people want to feel like, hey, this is going on every day. I can talk to folks about limited government and low taxes till they turn blue, but they kind of get turned off from that at a particular point in time. But if I'm talking to people in my neighborhood about drugs, when I'm talking to people about rampant crime, when I'm talking to people in my community about issues that are affecting them on a more personal and human level, they begin to understand. Then they say, you're a Republican? We thought the Republicans didn't talk about things like that. So now I broke the myth, and that Republicans cannot talk about those issues when we can. But there's a different way of how you have to communicate in these urban communities. So I spend a lot of time statewide talking to people about a message message they can deal with, that they can touch, they can feel a little bit, and that way you open the door. Once you get the door open, now you can walk over. I'll leave it at that for right now.